Hey guys, it's Chris you're seeing here back from CNH Smonge again. I got another review for some products I bought recently over the internet. It deals with firearms. It's actually firearms ammunition. I ordered some rounds from a company called AIM Surplus here a few weeks back on here, so I can have a supply when I go to a shooting range for me. And I got a couple new packages. It's the one box is give me in front here, WPA Wolf Full Metal Jacket, the classic ammunition they call it on here. It's WPA Military Classic, 124 grain Full Metal Jacket, and I also got a let me get a box. It ain't busted up here, and I got some Brown Bear. 7.60 by 39, 123 bi-metal case. It's basically the same thing as this stuff, except this stuff has a heavier grain bullet. It's slightly more. It's only one grain heavier. The Brown Bear is the lacquered steel case. It's made by Barnell, and I believe the Wolf line of ammunition is made by them as well too, except they have a different product line from the same manufacturing facility over there in Barnell, Russia, I believe, for that as well. And I'll open a pack up here and you can see what the difference is between them. The one coating, or I should say the one casing, has a lacquer casing on it. The Brown Bear has a lacquer casing on the case on here as well. So I'll show you what one of these looks like, because they do have different styles of protection layers they put on these bullets, or not the bullets, I mean the casing on here for that. So there's the one. You can see it's like a brownish smooth surface they put on here. This is 2013 production ammo right there. And the other, the Wolf stuff here as well. The Wolf stuff is polymer coated. They call it the poly coat, or whatever they call it, polymer coating they put on here. And this is what the Wolf stuff looks like right here. You can see right there in front, right there. Got a polymer coating on here. So basically, the only difference is between these two is the ones has the polymer coating, the other one has the lacquer coating. I really don't know if there's any really difference between them, or any disadvantage or advantage. Some guys say the lacquer coating is better. Other guys say the poly coating is better on here. Me personally, I put them in one of my test magazines right here. It's what is it called here? This is an Arsenal polymer magazine right here. I got it a few years back whenever I got my original AK, and I put a few rounds through this one here to see if there's any difference. But they both seem to feed the same on here, basically relative to each other on here, and it seems like maybe the polymer one feeds slightly more stiff, if you know what I'm talking about. It seems like the lacquer casing slides into the magazine well, and also feeds better into the chamber on here as well too. So that may be an advantage right there. And also, I'd say another advantage is to the lacquer coating on it. The lacquer coating, the polymer coating, if you store your ammunition in like a human environment. I talked to a few of my friends online. They were saying that their polymer coating ones is the polymer is really thin on here. In other words, it's really thin. It might actually get eaten away on it over time from either storage or just mishandling or misplacement of the storage area where you have your guns at. Like you pull them in a basement that has a lot of water and it's muggy all the time. It might start getting rusty around the outside on here, where the lacquer coating wouldn't have that problem on here for that. So I'd say that can be an advantage right there over the lacquer, or I should say over the poly coating. So it basically depends on where you store your ammunition at, and that's basically it for those. So if anybody's in a market for getting new ammunition, AIM Surplus got a real good deal on both of them, the Brown Bear and the Wolf Military Classic. But both shoot relatively good. Both are still dirty. I'd say it's a tie between each one who's dirtier. They're both relatively accurate. I think the Brown Bear may be slightly more accurate than the Wolf stuff because of the probably the casing or not, but I did tests on it. I was shooting at a target, and it seemed like the brown bear might be slightly more accurate over the typical Wolf Military Classic. So that's basically the only real difference is and you can also see on the bottom of the head stamp on each one of these things, they have the same manufacturing cartouche head stamp, as they call it on here for that. And this stuff they retail for about I think about $6. I think I bought it for $6 for a 20 pack. I think the Golden Bear, I think, was, I don't know, maybe at 30 or 40 cents more expensive than the regular Wolf WPA, so it could be a better round right there too. Plus, if you look in the back on here, they both look the same on here. The actual same casing on here for the ammunition. You can see it right here I say side by side. It has the same logos on the side for the manufacturing facilities on here. Plus, I don't know if the one makes any difference on here. The Brown Bear, the manufacturing facility on here says ISO 9001 certified, so they may be a slightly more higher end ammunition over the typical Wolf and WPA military classic ammunition. The only difference is it's 124 grain for this stuff, and this is 123 grain for this. So the Wolf might have a bit more kick to it than the Brown Bear ammunition right there as well. So it probably ain't gonna matter really at all. But that's basically it. So, and I'd say AIM, I give them a two thumbs up on it for their ammunition, 5 out of 5 stars. They shipped the order out in relatively quick time. Didn't have any weird delays for weeks or not months and stuff like that, because I had a few I think last year, or people were buying a lot of guns and ammo online because of the shootings out there and fear for the government trying to come and take your guns off you. So people are buying a lot more ammunition last year than they are now. So that's one reason why the demand was a lot more greater last year. So they're going to knock the price down. Plus, they can have better shipping rates now too. So if anybody has any questions, comments, whatnot, just give me a call back here if you know my phone number, or just leave me a message if you have any questions about anything like that. I can try to answer them to the best ability I can, and we can go from there, guys.